Welcome 4th grade to our Number Talk video series. We're to week 20. This week we're going to be focused on number lines and specifically where different fractional numbers fall on a number line. I'm going to look at it kind of two different ways, and then ultimately hopefully either one of these ways will help guide you. So if we look at the very first one, we know we're looking at we're going from 0 to 2. So if we think about kind of our anchor number, we know our anchor number would be 1. I know it's not asking us to find 1, but nobody said we can't put 1 in there. Then from there, if we think about the other numbers, well, what's halfway between 0 and 1 would be 1/2. What's halfway between 1/2 and 1 would be 3/4. What's halfway between 3/4 and 1 would be 7/8. Now if we look at the 1 and 1/3, that would be broken up, so that would be our 1 and 1/3. Now, some of you that may make total sense. For others, it might be like, hey, Mr. Harrison, I wouldn't have looked at it that way. Well, then let's not look at it that way. Let's think about the top as a unit bar. And let's first look at 0 to 1. Say, okay, I can break that unit bar in half. There's my 1/2. I can break it up into fourths. There's my 3/4. I also can break it up into eighths. There's my 7/8. We can also do the same thing when we think about our 1 to 2. If we broke this up into thirds, then 1 and 1/3 would be right there. Personally, the unit bars can be very, very helpful, but at the same time, if it just makes sense to you and you break it down, please do what works best for you to have an understanding, because ultimately by knowing the different fractions, it's going to really help you when you add and subtract, multiply, and divide fractions, if you understand where they are in relationship to the number line. The next one, we're going from 0 to 1/2. Well, 0 to 1/2 is interesting because we can actually, if I look at this as a unit bar, and I say, well, wait a second, what if I broke this up and each one being a half? Because 1/2 plus 1/2 would be 1 whole, and then there'd be my 1 and 1/2. So if we go back and say, well, where would my numbers fall? Well, then I could plug in so there's my 1 and 1/4. Think about this being a whole bar. Here could be my 1 and 1/8. Then when we think about the 7/8 part, well, we can break this up into fourths. Then we break this up into eighths. So there's my 3/8. There's my 7/8, because 8/8 is 1 whole. So again, this is not the only way to do it, but this is one of the ways to help you recognize where it would fall on a number line. Now, if you have any questions, please see one of your 4th grade teachers, or please feel free to see me, and I'm happy to help you, okay? Also remember, this week you have another opportunity for some challenge problems. Please be willing to be challenged. The first 2 problems actually can be solved very efficiently using model drawing, or a picture for that matter if you don't want to use model drawing. And then the other 2 problems are, you're going to have to use a different strategy. So enjoy yourself, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks, guys.